So, where do you even start? Okay, so this first episode, it says episode 26. Obviously, this is season 3, episode 1. My big question is, where are we starting? Because obviously, stuff happened in season 2. We learned a lot of stuff in Dead Apple, sort of, kind of. So now we're just watching this and seeing what they pick and choose from season 2 and Dead Apple. Without further ado, let's get straight on to it. Make sure the original content, as always. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1. Boop.
Those 88 days produced more casualties than any other in Yokohama's criminal underworld. Numerous organizations were involved
the big
in what
fight
would be known as the Dragonhead conflict.
Yeah, okay. This is the beginning. This is technically
1 year prior to the events.
Oh. So the dragon conflict. Wow, that's loud. The dragon conflict is what we saw in Dead Apple. Technically. Chuuya. Wouldn't that cause the airplane? Say king of the sheep?
Run as much as you like, but you'll never escape gravity. Damn monster!
Cold line.
You're just the beginning. I'm gonna kill all the Port Mafia.
Huh?
Things aren't looking good for us.
Hold on. Is that the same cat from the LeBlanc place? I don't know. I just think there's something up with cats in this show, because the first cat I noticed in the first 4 episodes of season 2, and then at the very end of episode 4, you saw the cat when Dazai was talking to the government person, and then there's like a black and white cat that we saw that Fukuzawa. Yeah, that Fukuzawa was looking at. But then also when Fukuzawa and Mory, whatever, freak, were talking, Mory was saying, "Oh, you still talk to cats." So something's up. I don't know. But this cat reminds me of the one from the first 4 episodes, because it's orange. And you don't really forget orange cats.
Things aren't looking good for us.
Mm-hmm.
If this keeps up, our men will literally be bringing knives to a gunfight.
Or scalpels.
What do you think, Dazai? Are we not actually cut out for this work?
Not having money or intel or supplies or even the trust of our subordinates. You knew that was going to be the situation from the beginning.
By the way, is there a reason you're mixing hypertension and hypotension medications?
Conflict?
I thought taking them together might be a cozy way to go out.
Wouldn't they just cancel each other out?
Sole witness when I inherited the boss's position. So as
okay,
a result,
so he's both. Okay.
You're the only other one who can verify his will. I can't afford to have you senselessly die.
Doctor, tell the board this is an order. Kill all enemy organizations.
I didn't know how
military, police,
long ago this
anyone
was.
Else who opposes the Port Mafia by sundown. Just kill them all. Kill them. Kill them. Kill
I hear you loud and
everyone.
clear. It seems to me that you and I were successful in our mission.
The mission isn't complete yet. I haven't been silenced and I'm aware of the assassination. If I'd committed suicide afterward, then I would have been the perfect accomplice.
You remind me of someone.
Huh?
You know, if I was going to shut you up, I could have done so a long time ago.
Yeah.
If you'd like me to, I can prepare something that would end your life peacefully.
You could?
But in exchange, I want you to do something for me.
Of course.
I trust you already know about Suribachi City in the Yokohama settlement? There's a rumor that a certain individual from the past has been sighted in that area.
Chuuya?
I want you to go and investigate this rumor. Show this to any member of the Port Mafia, and they will do whatever you ask of them.
Yep.
The subject of the rumors has to be the previous boss.
Precisely.
Oh.
There are some people who must never raise from their graves. This will be your first official job. Welcome to the Port Mafia.
I'm trying to figure out. I have tons of timelines messed up in my head. Freak. I'm gonna have to look back. All I know is, okay, this is Dazai's first job, technically. So he was a witness to the murder of the dude before he even had a first official job as a Port Mafia member? That's crazy.
Who was this someone you said I reminded you of?
Myself.
Of course. Why is it you wish to die?
Is there really any value
In living,
to this thing we call living?
depends on each person. Oh, there's the tower.
The Yokohama Foreign Settlement. There was once a giant explosion here. In the resulting crater, people began building what would eventually become known as
Brazil.
Suribachi City.
Oh,
They drink metal plating to kill themselves overseas, huh? Wait, but it melts down
there's
their
cat.
organs while they're still alive? Yuck.
This is the boy who was with the boss when the previous boss passed away. I shouldn't underestimate him. This area is in a state of conflict. The Port Mafia is currently pitted against 3 organizations.
for now.
An army comprised entirely of juveniles referred to as the Sheep.
Oh,
The boss is calling.
sheep.
What's up? Long story short, I found the whereabouts of the previous boss. Looks like he came back. I'll give you a proper report when I get home.
Oh. Was that Chuuya?
Ah, this is perfect.
Yep.
It's just a kid. They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'm gonna give you 2 choices. Die now, or die
Hey, later.
after giving me information. Neither's fine with me.
Kill me now then.
What's with this eye patch thing?
Sheesh, what kind of suicidal punk are you?
You're a punk too, you know.
Enough of this chit-chat. Tell me about this Arahaba.
You're not wearing your hat.
Oh, how interesting. So that's the target.
Ow.
I see. So you're the king of the sheep.
I'm not their king, all right? But I do have a trump card up my sleeve.
Oh, you're a cocky, overconfident child.
Oh yeah? Well, I hate condescending little pricks like you.
The love.
Come quietly, or else.
Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots, old man. I just happen to have a good card up my sleeve.
The card of power, perhaps?
And then here comes Dazai shutting it down. I forgot, what was his power?
Is that all
It's
you
been a
got,
while.
old man? Too slow.
Ooh. Extension.
It's all over for you now.
There he goes.
You've lost your ability to control gravity now.
It's time you faced a reckoning.
The heck happened?
Me.
I'll deal with you later, twerp. Let's go,
Twerp?
Grandpa.
Vicky? Oh, all these houses. So what? That is the old guy.
The old boss.
You must be Chuuya Nakahara. Welcome to the Port Mafia. I hear you put my men through their paces yesterday.
Yeah, but we were interrupted thanks to a mystery guest.
You've arrived.
Huh? You're that kid with a death wish from yesterday!
And I see that you're as lively as ever.
I'd like to talk to you about what happened yesterday, Chuuya. Rondo, would you please release him?
Sir, I don't believe that would be very prudent. This boy
Rondo.
is quite dangerous.
By the way, Rondo, you look colder than usual. Are you all right?
I feel I could die at any minute.
You're cold? Dressed in all that?
If you would excuse me.
What an interesting detail to point out.
It's not even remotely cold in here.
Moving on. Would you be interested in affiliating with the Port Mafia, Chuuya?
The floor.
Give it some time and think it over. You
Are you
can
gonna
make
sit
a
down now?
decision after we determine what we can offer each other.
You forget what you've done to this city?
Our previous boss's rampage.
How long ago was that?
He is no longer
A
with
year.
the
A year
living.
ago. Yeah.
I
Sorry.
witnessed his passing myself. If rumors exist that his rule of violence and terror has returned, we must discover their origins.
I've heard some damning rumors about you as well. They say the old boss didn't die of illness, that you actually murdered the bastard.
Who said that?
You're right. I murdered the previous boss. I used this trusty scalpel of mine. Then I blamed it on his disease, said it had killed him in the end.
Okay, wait,
Do you
what are you
have
playing
a
at?
problem with that? Chuuya, would you participate in a joint investigation? I think we could achieve a mutually beneficial relationship simply by sharing information.
And if I refuse?
Hey, Chuuya, are you there? We need your help. The Port Mafia caught us.
As a fellow leader, I sympathize with your difficult circumstances.
Bastard.
See that? Such bloodlust
Leverage.
from this one.
But you're gonna have to spill the beans first. We'll see how I feel afterwards.
Very well.
What beans?
We're investigating a rumor that the previous boss has reappeared.
Oh, I kind of figured it's already said.
The dead don't come back to life.
I don't disagree with you, but as of now, we must consider all possibilities.
Do we know what the boss's
This
ability was?
security footage is of the Port Mafia's vault.
Is
He just
that
appeared?
him?
I have returned from the smoldering pits of hell. It was he who summoned me back from hell, Arahabaki of the Black Flames.
That's all the footage we have in our security records.
And how much stuff was
Very
stolen?
few people know about this. If his supporters were to find out, a third of our organization would turn against me.
Oh no.
Arahabaki is a legendary servant of the gods, but because he is so ancient, his true form is unclear.
You don't actually believe in that stuff, do you?
I mean, we know that there's a Cthulhu, so it could be gods.
Do you know how Suribachi City came to be? Word around town is that explosion was caused by Arahabaki. 8 years ago.
8 years. Okay, let's throw that in the timeline.
What do you think of the story, Dazai?
Whoever was responsible seems to have a special ability we don't know about.
And a pretty
As for
strong
the
one at
video,
that.
If what we saw is actually real, that doesn't bode well for us.
Dazai, I have an order for you. Find the one responsible. Understood?
Will I be working by myself? It
Probably
seems
not.
Time may be running out.
Chuuya will be there to assist you in your mission.
Of course.
Absolutely not! Why in the world would I need to work with that little punk?
Lay off about my size, jackass. I'm only 15. I'm still growing.
That's
You're only
enough from
15?
both of you.
Dang, you're right that he's a kid.
I trust you understand you're in no position to refuse my orders. You too, Dazai.
You really think pairing us together is wise?
I have a number of reasons for doing so.
Well, shoot, now I kind of want to
You
know.
wanna maybe tell me what's going on, asshole?
We are interviewing people who were closest to the explosion.
Explosion?
If they were closest, wouldn't they be dead?
This survivor we're meeting with is gifted. Actually, you've already met this person.
Is it the old dude?
Oh my.
Goodness. And that was a cool looking place. Running with
We're gonna
in his
score
hand
an
his pockets.
interview here.
Put your arms up and slowly turn around.
No.
Check this out. Stay back. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Not impressed.
What a child.
That's it? Gosh, dang it. Too old for this. Okay, real quick, I want to go back to season 2. What episode do I want to go look at? 'Cause I could have sworn. Nope, hand's still good. Never mind. I don't know why I thought seeing Dazai in a cast seemed familiar, but no, he was fine in season 2. Okay, so I'm not even going to try to do the whole, oh, this is what the timeline is. Because I don't remember the exact number of years between each events. But I do know this obviously happens after he killed the boss, the previous boss, but before the events that happened in the beginning of season 2, and obviously before the events that happened from the the Day of the Dragon, or whatever that dragon thing is. So what Mory's saying is that somehow the old boss is back alive. My thing is, okay, both of them say that that can be possible. My thing is, it could be one of two things that I'm thinking of. When I first heard the idea of, oh, someone's dead, but like their body's still around, reminds me of course, Dead Apple, with the main dude technically dying, but still alive through their power. So my thought was, oh, it could be the same situation of where, yes, technically the boss is dead, but like his power is still around. And since his power is still around, it's taken form or taken shape of him. But then that would mean that either the same guy that was the antagonist from Dead Apple is the guy that's controlling the old dude, or it's someone else that's controlling the old dude. And that leads into my second guess, I guess you could say, is that someone has the ability to raise the dead. And it could be someone who's posing as the Arahabachi or whatever the word is. Akabachi, Arahabaki. That's what it was. And this cat is ticking me off because this cat is around certain moments. But the thing is, these moments that the cat is around, it's not like life-turning events. If that makes sense. They're not like, if the cat was around during the day that the dragon, the 80 people, whatever, then that would make sense. But the fact that we see the cat randomly, though technically we see the cat everywhere Dazai's at, that's interesting. And that says more that the cat is more connected to Dazai than anyone else, which is interesting. I don't know. Great, cats are just annoying me. Because there's obviously something, but we don't know yet. And it's always going to be something that we're going to hear or we're going to get more context on. And then we're going to be like, oh, it doesn't make so much sense because you can go back then, whatever, freak. But this is where Dazai finally meets Chuuya. And then we learn that Chuuya is, I wouldn't say he's the boss of the sheep, but he's quote unquote the king of the sheep. You know, he doesn't want to be looked as the king of the sheep, or king of the sheeps, whatever his group is. And he wants to take out the Port Mafia. I don't know the specifics as to why. I know it's because, or they'd mentioned that because of the old boss being like a terrorist and like terrorizing things and destroying things and causing a lot of devastation. That's probably why Chuuya wants to take out the Port Mafia. But as for a specific event, we don't know. But they fight and the old boss steps in. The thing is, they haven't made it clear, or they haven't said it, but if it is the boss using his ability, is this even the boss's ability, or is it the boss and then someone else's ability? You would think it would be his ability because Mory hasn't specified anything like, oh, that's him, but that's not his ability, and reverse. But in the end, she gets captured, or I guess gets to talk to Mory. This dude, on the other hand, is interesting because one, we don't see him ever again, right? Because we've seen into the future, right? So we know we haven't seen him in the present time. We haven't seen him during the dragon time. We haven't seen him during the season 2 episodes 1 through 4. This man is just nowhere to be seen in the future, quote unquote, episodes. And Mory makes it a point to say something with how cold he is. And I was like, why is that a detail we need to be focusing on? Why focus on it? Because here's my thing. If it was just for visual purposes, for whatever, for instance, the name or the author that his name comes from, I don't remember this dude's name, but the author that this guy comes from, if he was someone that was usually out in the cold or something like that, that would make sense. But that would be kind of a reference that no one would point out. So the fact that Mory pointed this out of, oh, you're colder than usual, strikes me as weird. Why is he cold? Is he dead? No, wait. No, that wouldn't make any sense. That's the only thing I was thinking about when he did say, oh, I'm cold or I'm freezing. It's like, okay, you're dead. Like, why are you freezing so much? Because that usually what happens during a dead body, like it gets cold. But I don't know. They're pointing out this guy, and he's a person that we just never see again. But in the end, Mory gets Chuuya to work with them with this whole notion. I don't know if it was fabricated or if this actually happened. I could definitely see Mory fabricating this in order to get Chuuya on their side. Because the fact that the old dude said Arahabaki or whatever is really the only thing that gets Chuuya to work with him, because Chuuya himself is trying to search for the Arahabaki. But Mory gets them to work together. He tells of some things as to why he's putting them together, but he said that there's other things that are secret. I don't know why. I don't know what those things are. It couldn't be what we know about like the extent of Chuuya's powers, because one, I don't think at this time Mory knows the extent of Chuuya's powers, and to be fair, I don't even know if Chuuya knows the extent of his powers at this point. But there has to be something about their personalities that Mory is like put them together. But then there's an explosion at this place, the place that I'm guessing was housing one of the survivors of the last explosion, and he said that the other members that didn't survive were Port Mafia members, which would mean that the survivor is a Port Mafia member, which would mean that this is a Port Mafia residence. My thing is, Dazai was saying, oh, you met him already, or you met them already. I don't remember Chuuya really meeting that many people, except for the old dude with the monocle, but that wouldn't make any sense. I don't think. No. Anyways, they get stopped by this dude. Who the freak is this dude? I don't know. My first thought went immediately towards the Mimic, because I just remember people with guns. So it could, I mean, it's definitely not the Mimic, but a government, maybe, I don't know. Really, those are the only two people I can think of when it comes to like military gear, is the Mimic group and then the government. Because of course the Port Mafia, they have their guys in suits. Sheep dude, I have no idea, but obviously this guy isn't like, oh hey Chuuya, how's it going? Obviously this guy's gonna get his butt kicked because Chuuya can just stop the bullets, but I wouldn't doubt that Dazai wants him to be alive enough to be like, oh, why the heck you bombing this place? I don't know. But anyways, that was Bungo Stray Dogs season 3 episode 1. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want me to know anything more, become section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.